Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're back in Bianco Zoo here in here in Planet Zoo again. So last episode I was working on our shops in here and our chandeliers. All worked out really well actually. I was very pleased with how these look now. Also did a little information shop around on this side and did a bit of what else did I do? I did the wall around the back here as well, didn't I? I turned this into a nice green wall. So I've still got this building to finish here. I mean, I'm pretty happy with most of the building. I need to do some lighting. I need to figure out what I'm doing with the pathway going around it. But actually, do you know what I feel like doing today? I feel like doing these little water areas today. I'm actually recording this at the same day as the last episode. I think I'll probably put this episode Wednesday. Well, I don't know what I think. Yeah, I've just uploaded the sorry, I've just done the previous episode for Monday. I think I will then put this one out on Wednesday, spread them out a bit because I can't do daily episodes like I used to be able to do, unfortunately. I wish I could, believe me, but I can't. So let's have a look at these little water areas. So what I'm thinking here, I want to create a nice border, a nice stone edge, which also continues down into the ground. So I don't want to see any land basically. I just want it all to be stone with a fountain in the middle, and then I'm going to create a little water feature coming out from underneath the bridge. And basically it's just going to be copied on each side is the plan. I may have to fiddle around with the water a little bit depending on how it goes. So let's see. So I've got a bit of an idea of how I'm going to do this, or certainly what I want around the top anyway. There are these lovely big stone pieces in here somewhere. These pieces. So this is what I was thinking of using for the top edge. Something like this. So it's going to take a bit of fiddling around to get this to work. But essentially I want a big square of these. Let's see, how do I want this to look on the corners? If I want it to be square, I probably need need to do it like that, or no? Sorry, I'm making funny noises. Just trying to think of the best way of doing this. I'll tell you what, I'll do it like this, so they overlap sort of half and half, and then I can put something on each corner as well, can't I? Which will look nice. I'm not sure if this is going to be too big. I might have, yeah. I mean, if I do it that big, I'm going to have to expand the water. And I don't know if that's actually going to work. Now I'm just wondering whether this is going to work doing this. Let's have a look. Well, I think that roughly works, doesn't it? And then obviously the whole thing needs to be kind of central like that to the bridge. I guess I can kind of interact it here so it actually does go right underneath like that. I think that looks pretty good actually. Don't mind that at all. That's worked out quite nicely, hasn't it? Bit of an issue with the land just there. Okay, so I'm going to have to, I think, well, I'll tell you what, actually, first thing I need to do is lift that up, I think, a bit. Not too much, because I still need room here for water to come out. But yeah, maybe if I do that. Let's have a look at the terrain, see what I can do here. Now the issue I'm going to have is I don't know. Whoops, hang on. Let's take that back. I don't know how much manipulation I can do here because of the pathway being there. tricky because yeah, it's not letting me. Yeah, that's not too bad actually. I can do a bit. The problem is I don't want to have to delete any of the pathways to be able to manipulate the land. It's just, yeah, it's not going to work. See, so this is an issue here. Let's just see, where is the path? You see, I've got a pathway right there, and obviously it's under here as well. It's a shame because that is the perfect kind of size for what I want. Let's try it. Let's delete that bit of pathway under there. Let's see if that lets me maneuver this a bit. Still not quite there. It wants me to delete this bit of pathway here. I may have to completely start this again if this doesn't let me do what I want to do. So I still can't quite do that corner. Okay, let's just come back to our pathways and see if I can get this to reconnect here. See, it's not going to let me do that now. Now I do wonder if that's because there's hang on. Whoa. What's going on? Why isn't it? Okay, hang on. Something's got corrupted there. Let me, yeah, here we go. See, no, it's not going to let me rebuild that bit of pathway there. That's annoying. Okay, let's go back. Let's just see. No, let's go right back until that pathway is back. Okay, the pathway is back. So yeah, so this corner here is not going to work. I think maybe this whole thing isn't going to work. I think maybe I do need to go smaller. Okay, that's fine. Let's just go right back. Okay, right back to the start, and let's redo this. So let's make this 2 by 2. So it's not quite how I wanted, but it's going to make it easier in the long run. So essentially the same idea. So again, I'll sort of make these overlap 50-50. I think roughly like that. Okay, nearly there. And then again, I will cover these corners with something to make it look good. Okay, good. Right, let's get this again central to the bridge. So let's just take it in here. Let's try and line it up so that it looks like it's in the middle. And then let's bring it out. So obviously the water is now essentially too big, but that's fine because obviously I can cover up around the outside. In fact, what this will allow me to do then is to lift this up like that, and hopefully I can still have a little. Actually, that might be a bit too high. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So what can I then do around the outside? So I want to obviously cover up all of this. So I need more stone pieces. What do we got? Big and flat. See, these are good pieces because they, on the back, you see they're just big slabs of stone. So this is perfect, really. So let's just see what sort of level I need these to be at. So I guess I probably do need them. I need them to be like a proper step, don't I, to make them look sort of like they belong. Unfortunately, it does then kind of hide a lot of the patterning on there, doesn't it? And it kind of creates a step into the water, which I don't really want. But at the same time, I can't have it down here. I suppose I could actually, because I could do it like that, because then I could have a little fence, actually, a little extra layer around here. Yeah, it's not going to cover up all the land, is it? To cover up the land, it needs to come up to there. Something like that. Alright, do you know what? Let's go with this. Let's oh blimey, that's still not high enough at that bit. Wow, that land is annoying there, isn't it? I'm just going to see if that's pushable or not. It's not, although that's probably because there's water in there. Let's just see if I remove the water. Yes, I can. Oh, come on, there's one little bit there that it's not going to do. Is that because there's a, yes, because there's a pathway there. All right. You know this always goes wrong, but okay, that's good. I assume I can, yeah, I can paint that, good. And then let's just come back to our pathways, because I really wanted this pathway here. Okay, hang on. Why is it not going to let me do a little pathway coming off of there? Okay, actually that's good. That's got a pathway now. There we go. That's what it was. Something like that. Good. Although actually, it didn't poke out there before, did it? Hang on. That's kind of annoying, isn't it? Hang on. Let's undo that. Let's just put that in, and then let's just try that again. There we go. That's how I wanted it. Great. Okay. Whew, we're getting there. Hang on. There's a tiny little bit of land just there. What's going on with that? There we go. It's a very complicated process, all of this, isn't it? Right. I don't know what I'm doing at the back here yet. I probably do want to hide most of this, although this is actually quite modern looking and funky, so it's not the end of the world actually if I don't hide that. I guess this needs to just come in and attach to that, doesn't it? I don't need to worry about this because I'm going to put something on that corner. Okay, that's looking good. I've just realised those bits there don't actually touch. They need to be in like that. Okay, good, good, good. And then I probably don't need these on this side because I'm probably going to have all of this covered up anyway. But you'll see why I should. I'll do it like this because basically I'm going to do this and then just copy the whole thing sideways over to this bit of water over here. Good, that's looking nice, isn't it? Okay, so let's see what I can put on these corners. So there are some nice plinths, aren't there? See, these are good, and then you can always add on some you could always add on a statue maybe onto here. Let's just try and line that up well, like so. Cool, okay. Yep, that's good. Same again there, and then let's copy them. Over to there. Right, how are we looking? We are looking okay. Where did this sudden bit of land come from? I have a feeling that was from putting that new pathway in. Luckily, good. It's let me get rid of it. Good. Hang on, let's push that right back. Yeah, I don't want this showing at all because I want this to have flat sides going downwards. So it'd be good if I can completely hide that. Right, let's get the water back in. Oops. Excellent. Now we've got that showing, which I don't like. I wonder, let's have a look. I wonder if this could be like just a little double layer like that, just so that these plinths look like they're sitting on there. It's very hard to hide the corner of those little plinth bits if I don't do that. I think I can get away with that. I think that looks all right. Oops. Try and line that up. And again over here. Good. Oh yeah, that's looking nice, isn't it? And then basically I just need to create some sides. I'm going to continue using off-grid things because, well, just because really. Makes everything a bit easier, doesn't it? Where's concrete? Let's have a look. Actually, yeah, let's go with some off-grid concrete panels. Let's make these pure white. And then I guess they just need to be right down like that. Hopefully this is going to work. So something like that, and then I should just be able to copy that. It's always very fiddly doing this copying especially when you're working with weird angles like this. You need to be looking at this bit, but the arrows are off the bottom of the screen. I really wish you could manipulate the arrows so they were on display a bit better. There we go. So just try and line that up like that. Get that turned and do the same again. Oh, hang on, I needed to slide that. Silly me. Slide that across to there. One more copy and we will have made our cube. Like so. Excellent. And then whoops, sorry, the dodgy camera work going on here. Let's create our bottom. Now, how deep do we want it to look? Doesn't need to be particularly deep, to be honest. So that's probably about as deep as it needs to be. have a look. Nice. Although we've got some graphical glitching going on there, so actually what I need to do is just slide them across so they're not overlapping. Like so. Good. I think that's looking really nice. So what I need to do in the middle then is a big fountain and maybe some plant pots on the corners would look good. Let's see, fountain pieces. See, I can use these, and then I can also use them for plant pots, possibly some of the smaller ones. I feel like I need a big one like that, don't I, just to give it that initial height. So let's get this in the middle if I can. I think that's in the middle that way. It's always hard lining these things up. Yeah, that's good. Right, I'm not going to do, I don't think I'm going to go too extravagant with this. I don't want it to be too over the top. Probably just something like that, I think. I don't think it needs another one. I think that's going to be too tall. Yeah, that's going to be fine. And actually, let's go into here. No, not props, centerpieces, statues, and I do often go with the otters because I just think it looks really cool. Actually, I'll tell you what I need to do. I need to get rid of that. Let's just come back into here and go back to this one. Yeah, I need this because then the otter statue fits nicely on top of it. So let's get that in like that. And then this one. Actually, do you know what? I think that's the wrong otter. I don't think I usually use the concrete one. Yeah, I think actually the stone one I think actually looks better. Because the colour stands out better against the white. So we'll get the otter there. And then we'll go with a, whoops, wrong one. I always struggle to find the right one of these. A water fountain like that. And that usually I just lower that just in there. So it looks like the water is just spurting up over the otter. Like that. Excellent. Okay, that is looking superb. Let's come back into this. Now let's just see if I can use any of these. Like, yeah, see, I think that's a bit over the top. Let's come into nature instead and just have a look at the different plant pots here. See if any of these look appropriate. They do, don't they? Yeah, that looks really good. There we go. Let's just check. No, that's too small. That one looks really nice. Cool. And then I probably want something like that. Something not too fancy. Just offering a little bit of green. Yeah, brilliant. Okay. So what I'm thinking is let's duplicate that onto all of these. I think that looks in the middle. Wonderful. And then just so that you've got a little bit of variation, you just turn the plants a bit. Like so. And that is a nice little water feature, I think. Now, do I want... yeah, I reckon I probably do want some rocks down in here. I can colour these. I'm wondering if I want... yeah, look at that. White rocks. Awesome. That looks good. Let's just see. What does that look like? So you can't actually see it that much. I am just wondering whether I want to raise the bottom up a bit. Silly, because if I cover these with rocks, then I don't actually need these pieces underneath, to be honest. But there we go. Let's just lift these up because I want to be able to see the rocks a bit better. Yeah, see, I can lift that right up to there, and then I can, whoops, I can just come in and fill this in with rocks. Like so. Beautiful. Now I'm just wondering, actually, there might just be one more thing I want to do. I'm just wondering if I do want any kind of little lilies down here. I think it could look nice. Let me just get these to the right height. Something like that. Let's just check, is that? Yeah, they are hovering at the right height. Brilliant. Oh, that looks lovely, doesn't it? And then if I basically, whoops, no, not duplicate. Let's do that. Hopefully this works if I can just copy this directly over here. Right, let's just see. I need... okay, it's fine there. How much of an overlap did I have on that side? Only a little bit there under the bridge, so it's got to be a bit less. Although we've got a gap there then, so that's not quite right, is it? Don't know why there's a little gap here when there isn't on this side. Maybe I've got an extra bit of flooring in there somewhere. Right, let's have a look. This is the gap I need to get right, basically. I want it to look symmetrical there. Yeah, I think that's looking about right. It's fine. I can just fill that gap in, basically, like that. Nice and simple. Excellent. Let's just come in here. Let's just clear this. Look at that. We've got... not sure what's happening here. Let's just even that up there. Beautiful. I'll tell you what I was going to do. I was just going to manipulate some of these around a bit, wasn't I? So let's swap that one to there. Let's move this one to over here, and let's just spin it a bit, just so we've got a little bit of variation. And let's just turn that one a bit as well, and bring it into the front there. And actually what I will do is the same with these again, just so you've got that little bit of variation. It's always the thing to think about when you're doing a copy and paste of this sort of thing. You just want to make sure it's slightly different each side. Nice. I'm pretty pleased with that. I think that's looking nice. Now I've still got to think about how I'm going to do a little water thing coming out from there. There's not a lot of height to play with, but that's fine. I've got an idea of how I want to do this. Basically with rocks, so I want to fill this up, create a little hole and have some water effects coming out and kind of coming in, I think. But I don't know, because it looks kind of nice like it is actually. I don't think it needs it. I just need to find a way of covering that hole up really, don't I? Yeah, maybe I'll just leave it like it is. In which case, because these circles are just a little bit low, so I'm just wondering actually whether I just lift this whole thing. Oh no, hang on, that's not right. No, I needed to just lift that. That's going to cause all sorts of issues, isn't it? No, let's leave it like it is. I'd quite like these to be higher, but I don't think that's very practical, because I would have to, I'm doing it, you can see clearly I'm doing it, just to see if this works. Because essentially I need to lift, hang on, and that, and that, and that. I need to lift all of that. No, I don't need the pots, do I? See, it would be up to kind of there. But then actually I didn't need to lift the pots, so let's just move them back down. This is the very long-winded way of doing this. Let's just move them back to the ground again. Yeah, that looks better, because then you can see these full circles now. So let's just come back over here and do the same. Except this time I'll do it properly, where I only lift those pieces. Like that. Just so you can see the circles. Actually, let's just make sure that's the same on each side. Whoa, hang on, did I just move that sideways? No, I didn't. Good. There we go. Much better. Great. Cool. So yeah, I've still got to work out what's going on underneath the bridge here. Although the reason I was going to have water coming out, because I wanted it to look like there was a reason why there was a bridge. Yeah, so I kind of do need to have something under there, don't I? Because otherwise you're just walking over a bridge for no reason. Although I don't mind that, actually. I don't feel like it really matters. It looks nice just coming up on the bridge, and then you look sideways and you've got the water feature. So yeah, actually I'm okay with that. I might have to block this off, so I don't really want people walking around here. I mean, they wouldn't, but obviously you've got to think about, you know, in reality people would. But is that the worst thing in the world actually? Maybe not. Because I might well put some nice fencing around here and make it look like you could just walk around the water features actually. Yeah, I don't mind that. Yeah, I think that makes sense. If I extend this sideways and just make it look like you've got pathways. I'll probably cover these up, I think, actually. I'll continue the fancy steps down here and actually do something here to kind of link this in and cover these things up, and this little bit here actually, so that you can't walk sideways, or it looks like you can't walk sideways. I think that would be a good thing to do. It's a shame because these things are, they kind of stick out a bit, don't they? So I don't know quite how I can do that. I'll look at that next episode. So next episode I will look at covering that up and then filling in around the gaps here. Tell you one thing I am just going to look at is whether I can do a pathway around here. Where does this path go? Yeah, see it comes here. I'm wondering if I could get a pathway that actually comes through here or not. Hang on, let's get the angle snap off. I can, can't I? Although this wants to be an invisible path. I want all my paths basically to be invisible. So yeah, here we go. So I can have a little path that comes around here and then bends around the back here. And then probably just around here, and then let's widen it up again and blend it back into that, something like that. Cool, so that's going to give people another walking option, and then I'll decide what I do, whether I take a pathway off of here somehow, going off to something else. Not really sure what I'm doing in here yet. I'm thinking I'll probably do some more edging, maybe some nice box hedging, some of the topiary hedging here. Have a sort of an exterior wall, zoo wall, sorry, coming along here. But then you got all this space here. I don't really want to waste this. Maybe I could actually have exhibits over here in some way. But then I don't know, because I kind of wanted this just to be the entrance, didn't I? So that you have to walk through these bits. But maybe I don't. Maybe I do want pathways coming off sideways. I don't know. We'll find out in the next episode. Let's decide that next time, shall we? Like I did with the last one, I don't want the zoo to be massive, so I suppose it would make sense to actually branch pathways out sideways here as well, give people options of heading out sideways. So yeah, I don't mind that. So I might do that. But this zoo is going to be a bit more spread out, I think, than the previous one. There'll be more big plazas and open areas, I think, with a lot more, with seating and stuff like that. That's kind of where I'm going with it, but we'll see how that goes. Brilliant. Let's leave it there. So thank you very much for joining me. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, you can hit the like button for me. That would be fantastic. And subscribe to the channel, of course, if you haven't already. If you want to say anything about the video or the zoo, any ideas that you've had, then please do leave me some comments. That's always much appreciated. Don't know when my next episode will be out, but hopefully I'll be able to record a bit more regularly now. My little girl is growing up nicely, and we're managing to get a little bit more time to do our own thing, so that's good. But yeah, let's leave it there for now, shall we? So thank you so much, and as always, I do appreciate your company, and I will see you next time. Until then, do take care. Bye for now.